kind of got tangled right there, trying to pick up a...
Remember now, Steve's got a strained hip already, so he's not going to be in the best of spirits when this game is over. I tell you, a win would help ease that pain dramatically, but you lose this game tonight, that back's going to hurt worse than it is right now.
Harris just picked up his 5th foul. In this 4th quarter, we've had 6 ties, 6 lead changes. The Mavericks' big lead this quarter has been 10 at 95-85. What about Dallas's offense, which has been a little stagnant to begin this season?
Go back to when they're efficient offensively, it helps them defensively, and they become a team that has a chance once again to be one of the better teams in the West. You see their struggles early tonight. They have been on fire.
Well, we know that I said Dirk needs to get touches, but now he needs to be a little bit greedy. Right now the game is on the line. They're going to be double teaming him. He needs to be aggressive offensively.
Nowitzki has only taken 16 shots tonight. And this time it's over Sean Marion.
But that little step back jump shot looked like he wanted to go all the way, and at the last moment Marion cut off his dribble penetration, just that little fading move to create space.
Diao tonight, 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. Wide open from 20.
Now, even though he missed that shot, he's got to keep looking at the rim. They need Boris Diaw.
He's only taken 7 shots.
They need him. He is such an important part of their offense.
Nowitzki with 35, missing a 3, and picked up by Diaw.
That was a good look right there. Wide open 3, straight away.
Now they got George on Nash. Terry is watching Barbosa inside for Marion. And the foul goes on Devin Harris. He is gone. That is number 6. And they lose a starter.
Well, they got caught on a switch, and Devin Harris is back on Sean Marion, and Barbosa just flung the ball at the rim. And the ball was up for grabs, and they call the loose ball foul on Devin Harris. Now watch this, there's the switch, and he just throws it up. I didn't see much contact there. It looked like the ball just went through the hands of Sean Marion. So tough break for the Dallas Mavericks as Devin Harris is fouled out. So we'll see who Avery Johnson will go with here. I would assume this is where he would want Anthony Johnson in the game, but he's got Dampier in the game to play, looks like to play against Amari Stoudemire, so he's going with a bigger lineup.
And upcoming will be Amari Stoudemire's first, or rather Sean Marion with his first free throw shots tonight, which is somewhat surprising as often as he attacks the rim. So Rose and Diaw have been taken out for Stoudemire and James Jones. Joining Marion, then Nash and Barbosa. Dallas with Terry and Stackhouse. Devin George, Nowitzki, and Dampier.
Now, one of the things that Amari Stoudemire's got to be very careful about is Eric Dampier's not going to be a primary scorer. The Phoenix starts roaming around defensively. Eric Dampier can hurt you on the offensive board, so he's got to make sure he keeps him off that backboard.
Jason Terry gets his own miss. Dampier had a hand on it, and Jones will save it for the Phoenix Suns. And here comes Leandro Barbosa. Into Stoudemire. What a play!
Well, you wanted that energy off the bench. There he goes. You thought he was going to be stiff, but he showed it right there.
This could be his epiphany tonight. This could be that moment that he realizes that knee will hold up.
It's Dirk Nowitzki over Sean Marion and tapped in inside by Dampier.
You called it, Coach.
Dampier's got 8 points. Nash to Stoudemire. Fouled hard by Stackhouse. Count it! Or did it hit the top? It will not count. I think it hit that 24-second shot clock above the backboard. And if it did, it would be wiped away.
The foul still stands, but it definitely hit the top of the score of the 24-second clock.
That almost served as a backboard.
Yeah,
actually.
from that angle, it doesn't look like that, but.
See, I like this passion and emotion. That's when this young guy is really good. It's when he's playing with that reckless abandon, throwing his body around. You know, Kevin, sometimes, remember the movie Brian's Song when Gale Sayers was out running and he fell and he realized his leg was okay and he got up and started running again with Brian Piccolo. Sometimes you have those epiphanies, and as a young player, when you have a knee injury like that, sometimes you have to have a moment like this and realize, my knee is okay, I can play. Now I just got to get out and do it.
And of course, the challenge for the Phoenix Suns is to incorporate Stoudemire, give him these minutes, and then win some games. And they're getting close tonight. They trail by 2. They've only won 1. They're 1-4. Dallas is winless so far, and 0-4. 2:10 to play in regulation.
It's just like the playoffs last year, going right down to the final 2 minutes.
Jason Terry, by the way, down here picked up his 4th personal foul. Jones on Stackhouse. And feeds to Devin George.
Foul right there. Kicking.
That is Stoudemire's 4th personal foul.
So now that's going to be something that's going to be interesting to see, Coach, because he is a little tired. Is he able to move his feet on the defensive end? If he could have cut off that baseline right there, I thought he could have took a charge. But is he well conditioned enough to move his feet on the defensive end?
That was Devin George's first free throw attempt of the season. Remember now, this guy's been a lot of big games for the Los Angeles Lakers. His first 3 years in the NBA, won 3 championships.
Both teams are shooting lights out at the free throw line. 28 of 31 for the Mavericks and 19 of 22 for the Suns. Nash into Terry with the bump, and the foul called on Steve Nash.
Well, they ruled that Nash veered over and was the one that created the contact. That would be Steve Nash's 10th turnover of tonight. But watch this to see if Nash is the one who veers in and creates the contact. Been a lot of shaky calls here tonight.
I don't know about that.
I mean, both teams have had their share of moments. Now here's an offensive foul. They go right back the other way.
Now this is what drove me crazy when I played the game, because yes, that was probably a bad call on the other end on Nash, but you don't come right back down, and the referees, it's almost, you know, they say there's no such thing as a makeup call, but that was a makeup call.
Here's Steve Nash. Terry's on him. How can he do it with the left hand? I mean, I can see the right, but in a pressure packed shot which ties the game, are you kidding me with the left hand?
That's why you're the 2-time MVP. Now where's Dirk Nowitzki?
Stackhouse and open Devin George. Look at Stackhouse hustle and a foul called on Leandro Barbosa. With 1:10 to play in regulation, Barbosa picks up his 4th personal foul.
That's how fragile winning and losing is. It's like Barbosa and Stackhouse both going for the ball. Split second, Stackhouse gets there just before Barbosa. Jerry Stackhouse through his career has always been a very, very good free throw shooter.
We talked about the importance of Stackhouse as we see Nash again. Look at this with the left hand to tie.
He might have been fouled on that one, but because of the 2 calls previous, they're letting him play.
These 2 teams tonight without 2 very important players. Raja Bell with the rib for the Suns, and Josh Howard not here and out next couple weeks with an ankle sprain for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's Nash again.
He lost his footing on that play, started to plant, and his foot went out from underneath him.
No fouls to give either way in the final 43 seconds.
Just play good, solid defense right here of your Phoenix.
Timeout taken by Jason Terry. There's a timeout on the court, but stick around. When we come back, it'll be time to plan, presented by Charles Schwab here on TNT.
No, I'm not going to go through it line by line, but have you ever actually looked at this thing? I mean, account research fee, $32, deposit verification, $12. Are these even actual terms? It's like someone spent their entire day thinking of ways to nickel and dime us.
Dallas to inbound. They've got 8 seconds remaining on this particular possession.
Get something going to the basket quickly, and it looks like you're going to have a 2-for-1 possession here. So this is a big play. If they score here, they're going to put all kinds of pressure on the Phoenix Suns.
And if I'm Phoenix, switch everything. Keep everyone in front, make them shoot a jump shot.
That was brought to you by Charles Schwab. Tonight's time to play on a 2-point shot by Jason Terry, right between the eyes. And it's a 4-point game with the Mavericks on top. And that is an offensive foul. And it goes on Stoudemire. 18 Phoenix turnovers tonight. 5 fouls on Amari Stoudemire.
Mike D'Antoni's going to be very, very careful. He's going to get teed up here. Derek Stafford's giving him a lot of space here, but he's very, very upset. And you see Mark Ivoroni and Alvin Gentry and Phil Weber over there trying to keep Mike away from the officials. He does not want to give a technical right now. The game is still in the balance, but they ruled that Amari stepped up and moved on that pick.
Well, I don't know why he's upset, because that's the same calls that they were putting on Eric Dampier and Ghana Job all throughout the game, and it's exactly the same play, Coach.
Well, it's, you know, when you're 1-4 and you're struggling to win, nerves get a little frayed here, Reggie, on early in this season. Both these teams, such great expectations.
Barbosa just picked up his 5th personal foul, so Terry is at the line. And Jason Terry tonight, 7 of 9. Terry has put in 29 points, a season high for him. He had 23 last night in Los Angeles against the Clippers. So it's a 5-point game with just under 26 seconds to play in regulation. And the Dallas Mavericks, the defending Western Conference champions, winless so far in their first 4 games, hovering over their first win in a very tough place to win.
Every day, Lexmark printers go to work for some of the world's most important companies. In fact, 75% of the top banks, retailers, and pharmacies use Lexmark. And now, that same performance can work for your home, too. Introducing Lexmark's new all-in-one. With professional features and a protection guarantee that includes next business day replacement, Lexmark is ready to go to work for you.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining, no fouls to give, and a 5-point Dallas lead. 25.8 to play in regulation. And this was a game that was earlier led by the Suns by 9.
Well, you look, you know, we did the opening night. They had the big 19-point lead lost. Utah here, Reggie was talking about a 6-point lead with 2+ minutes to go. They lose at the Clips, lose that game at San Antonio last night, up 6 with a little over 2 minutes to go, and lose an OT. And tonight up 9. So if they don't find a way to pull this game out, it's going to be the story of their season so far.
It's another 3 by Barbosa. He hit the first 5. He's missed the last couple. Johnson had the ball and was going the other way when Nash tackled him. And Steve picks up his 5th. Right now, Dallas is closing this game out on a 14-8 run. But, Doug, this has been the pattern throughout the game for Dallas.
Well, they've done a good job in every quarter. The first quarter was 24-7, second 20-13, the third 11-4, now 14-8 with a chance of 2 more free throws. So I got to give Dallas a lot of credit. I watched them play the second half last night against the Clippers. I did not see this kind of energy. They did not play well, and they have really come in here tonight. And this will be a gutsy win for them if they hold on here.
I'm going to tell you this right now, Coach Mike D'Antoni is teetering on getting thrown out of here. Derek Stafford is eyeing him down. They're eyeing each other. You know, it's unfortunate. You don't want, you know, to get thrown out of here, but he felt that there was a lot of injustices tonight.
As they said there, Reg.
Timeout.
Both teams are off to their worst start in a long time. In the history of the Dallas Mavericks, this is their worst start at 0-4. And Phoenix off to their worst start since the 96-97 season. It's time now for the U.S. Army's strong performance of the night. It's been a season high so far, 35 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Well, he was brilliant in the first 3 quarters. The first half, everything went his way, making jump shots, getting to the free throw line, aggressive. And then in the fourth quarter, when he wasn't scoring, the Suns put so much emphasis on trying to slow him down that other guys stepped up. And Reggie, you talked about it. Jerry Stackhouse made some big shots, Jason Terry. And that's what you have to have. And this was without Josh Howard. So this is a big win for the Dallas Mavericks tonight to come in here and get this game.
Well, this is their first win. And how big is this to get it on the road? They're on a little 4-game trip right here. As you know, that's the best place. If you're going to get things right as a team to bond together, 12 guys, way to do it on the road.
James Jones with the miss. Here comes Stackhouse. And he'll be allowed, we think, to run it out. Let's see Nash making a swipe at it. And that's it. The Dallas Mavericks have won their first game of the season. The Suns led by 1 with 5.5 left in the game. And the Dallas Mavericks, led by the season-high 35 of Dirk Nowitzki, closed this game on a 16-8 run. 30 points from Barbosa ties a career high for him. Steve Nash had 20 points and 9 assists. 21 points put in by Marion. Let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, JT, it's only November. It's only 1 win, but how important was this victory for you guys?
Oh, very important. All the glory goes to God. I told you in the pregame, I got on my knees, literally, and prayed for the victory, and it happened tonight, so he comes through once again.
Talk about the way you guys came through, though. You were the lowest scoring team so far in the season coming in. You put up 119 points. What was the difference?
Very uncharacteristic of us. Like I said, once we find the rhythm and find out who these new guys are and how they fit into our system, we're going to be okay. It's so early in November. The month's not even halfway over with. We're very confident in what we can do as a ball club and as a system. And Dirk came up real big tonight.
Dirk did come up big with his 35, but you also always play well here. You had a lot of people here in the stands. What's it mean to have a good game and a victory in front of your kids?
Everything. Moms is here, brother, everybody, man. All the Wildcats, baby. They get prepared for a big year. The Arizona Wildcats is #1.
Maybe at the end, but they're not right now.
I know. They'll get there soon.
All right, thanks a lot. Thank you, Kevin.
All right, Craig, thank you. The Dallas Mavericks win it tonight. The NBA on TNT continues next Thursday with an exclusive doubleheader. Game 1, Houston will take on Chicago, and Game 2 at Sacramento at Golden State. For Doug Collins, Reggie Miller, Craig Sager, and the rest of our crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying goodnight from Phoenix. There were 2 winless teams coming into tonight in the NBA. Now only 1 remains. Dallas off the schneid with the win. Denver the only winless team as we take you to Atlanta and Ernie Johnson.
This is NBA TV's NBA Action. This week, we'll follow the battle for the game's ultimate prize as the Mavericks face the Heat in the NBA Finals. Plus, we'll see how NBA Cares is making a difference. Take a close-up look at the Heat's Udonis Haslem. And we'll bring you the top dunks of the season.
Carter cutting.
Get out! He's unstoppable! You cannot believe what we just saw! Oh, man, what a dunk! Tear up that rim, young fella. Sensational! Ooh, I'm shaking in my chair! Oh, I'm at home!
We've been begin by taking you into the action for Game 3 of the NBA Finals between the Heat and the Mavs.
Welcome to beautiful Miami, Florida, where tonight this city will host its first ever NBA Finals game. But their beloved Heat is in a desperate situation, in need of a win, trailing the Dallas Mavericks 2-0.
I don't like to go to the past. There ain't nothing you can do about it. We can do something about tonight, though. Can't do nothing about those last 2 games. That's gone.
But Miami's good. They're not going to lay down. They're not going to quit. So there's a lot of fight still. We're going to try to keep that train off the track right now.
Dirk, Kenny, Jack, hey guys, have a good one, okay? Best of luck. Best of luck. Relax, and we'll get it up in the air. Relax.
Shaq holds with the right hand, backs away for the double, bounces out Walker. Repost, low left, doubled again, steps through him with a small guy, and he goes inside and lays it in, up over Trump.
The Heat came out in Game 3 like a team on a mission as they took a 9-point lead after the first quarter. But in the second, Dallas fought back to tie the score.
Harris on the move, foul line, jump pass to Howard, right corner jumper, good. It's a 3 for Josh Howard. The Mavericks pull even at 40.
Pat Riley settled his team down, and they closed the first half on a 12-3 run as things were looking good for the Heat.
Miami will take a lead in at halftime, and you know the stats. When they lead at the half, they are a perfect 11-0.
But in the second half, Avery Johnson's Mavericks came out on fire and led by 13 with 6.5 minutes left. The Heat season seemed to be slipping away.
Miami on the edge of going home early, as they say in the playoffs, going fishing.
Dwayne Wade took charge of the struggling Miami offense and brought his team back to life as the Heat made a furious comeback.
Williams to Wade, high left side, Shaq the screen. On the baseline, Wade the jump shot, and in Dwayne Wade, Miami down by
1:13 left. Wade has 41.
With Miami leading by 2, Devin Harris hit a clutch layup to tie the score at 95. But veteran Gary Payton would have his chance to deliver in the closing seconds.
J-Dub drives. Payton, step around with 2 on the clock, the shot, got it! Payton with 9 seconds left! His only field goal, and Miami leads by 2.
On the Mavs' next possession, Dirk Nowitzki was fouled and made his first attempt. Now, the team's most reliable foul shooter would go for the tie.
Nowitzki again. No good. Rebounded by Wade. Miami gets it out, and a foul on the Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki missed a free throw with a chance to tie.
With a second left, Dallas would still have one more chance to send the game into overtime.
Miami up by 2. Nowitzki set to inbound. Multiple screens. The alley-oop tipped up in the air, and Miami has done the improbable. They have won this ball game on an unbelievable fourth quarter by Dwayne Wade. The Heat have made this a series. The final, Miami 98, Dallas 96.
He just rises to the occasion, you know, and he kept it very simple at the end, and he kept making play after play after play, and I thought one of the crucial plays was coming out of a timeout. He hit a 3 from the corner. You know, just went from there. We just wouldn't stop.
You know, we didn't want to go down 3-0, man, so just trying to do, you know, what you can. I was getting the ball, so I was attacking, and as I did that, other guys stepped up and made plays also, so, you know, this was a total team win, team comeback, and I think it's going to help us out for the next game.
We still got a lot of work to go. I'm not going to hooray and all that stuff right now. It's not the time. It's just that we saved the win, you know, not to go down 3-0, and now we still got a lot of work to do on Thursday.
So obviously it's going to be a tough one to swallow for us, but, you know, get back tomorrow, watch the film, and be ready on Thursday.
Welcome back to NBA TV's NBA Action. Now let's go back into the action as we take a look at games 4 and 5 of the NBA Finals.
Live from American Airlines Arena in Miami, Florida. It's the NBA Finals, Game 4 of a best-of-7.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Last game was big because 3-0 and 2-1 is a big difference, and obviously we don't want the series to be tied. So
right on them, baby. Jump right on them, yo. Right from the jump.
We had a lot of games like this. We need a game, but we need this game.
As Game 4 got underway, it seemed that the Dallas Mavericks had put memories of their late Game 3 collapse behind them, and they looked ready to regain control of the series.
Up to Jason Terry. He will drive and slam it on the break.
Dallas starting early with the turnovers. That's what hurt Miami in that game the other night, even before they came back.
With Dallas up early, Miami's young superstar responded with 9 quick points.
Dwayne Wade has been sensational to start the game tonight.
Wade for 3.
Come on now.
Wade was on fire, but Shaq was in early foul trouble, giving backup Alonzo Mourning a chance.
Nowitzki, left foul line extension. Backing in, 7 to shoot. In the lane, he spins, he ducks, he scoops it up, and Alonzo Mourning blocks it.
Dallas started to unravel at the end of the second quarter. In the second half, Miami kept up the pressure behind Shaq and Wade.
Miami Heat right now in complete control.
He is feeling it. Dwayne Wade.
Wade finished with 36 in a convincing win.
Wade catching left of the lane, shooting, banking it in from 15 feet.
The NBA Finals are tied at 2 games apiece. The Miami Heat with a very impressive performance.
At the beginning of the game, I told my guys that we played a lot of games this season where we needed to win, and this was a game that we really, really needed to win.
Whole new series, 2-2.
It's where it's at. It's where it's at. The big time. Bring out those brooms. We need some brooms. We're gonna sweep them. We're gonna sweep them.
In Game 5, the Heat were looking to keep Dallas winless in Miami.
Way to go out with a bang, you know what I'm saying, with a win. So that's what we're trying to get done here.
But Dallas was hungry to return home up 3-2.
Remember, we want to be real physical. No cheap fouls, but real physical.
Inspired by their coach, the Mavericks got off to a fast start with Josh Howard leading the way.
Howard's turnaround jumper good, and the Mavericks have taken the lead. Josh Howard backs in, fadeaway shot right of the lane is in. Josh Howard has opened with 6.
Then the Heat sharpshooters found their range, punishing the Mavericks from the perimeter. Dwayne Wade and Shaquille O'Neal were strong inside, and Miami went on a 10-0 run to take the lead.
Jason Williams into O'Neal, Shaq wrapped up, laid it in, count to the goal, and a foul on Van Horn.
The teams were locked in a struggle until the fourth quarter when Dwayne heated up.
Wow, boy, Miami has come to life.
Wade exploded for 17 fourth-quarter points, but with the game tied and the clock ticking down, Dirk Nowitzki made a clutch play.
Shot clock down to 5.
That was good basketball.
Nowitzki inside the Dampier.
Then it was time for Dwayne Wade to create some more magic.
In the hands of Dwayne Wade. They have Howard on it. Wade looking, pulls up, banks it in, tie game with 2.8 remaining. The remarkable Dwayne Wade with 39.
That's how regulation would end, tied at 93. Overtime was a seesaw battle, but with 30 seconds remaining, Miami's veteran guard would make a big play.
Payton on the drive, high off the glass, Gary Payton banks it in. And the Heat back up by 1.
But the Mavericks superstar wasn't conceding the game just yet.
Nowitzki calling for him. Nowitzki on the drive, falling away. It's good. Dirk Nowitzki gives the Mavericks a 1-point lead. 9.1 seconds remain.
It's not good fortune or being lucky by being here. Okay, we won the right to be here. 1, 2, 3, Heat.
Once again, the Heat put the game in the hands of Dwayne Wade, and as usual, he made something happen by drawing a foul. Wade would finish the game with 43, but the stakes couldn't be higher. He needed both free throws for the win. After sinking the first, the score was tied at 100.
The tension is palpable here in the arena.
Right now, the pressure is on Dwayne Wade to make the foul shot.
Heat lead. With under 2 seconds left and the length of the court to go, all Dallas had was a prayer.
Marquise Daniels, inbound to Harris. Harris chucks it, and Miami wins the ball game! And have a 3-2 lead in this series.
We took care of business at home like we're supposed to do. We got to win one on the road, you know, to reach our goal. So, you know, we got a challenge ahead of us, and I'm excited about this team chances, you know, with the challenge.
We're back with more of NBA TV's NBA Action. Now let's log on to NBA.com to follow the latest community efforts at the NBA Finals. NBA Cares teamed with the Heat to make a difference at a Miami school.
1, 2, 3. There's nothing more socially responsible than reading and learning centers, of which we have now dedicated, together with our players. We've gotten up to 150 of them.
The Heat Academy has helped us tremendously. Your support and your dedication to our school, it's so wonderful, and there are no words to express. I'm sorry, I'm very touched by all of you being here and what you're doing for the children in Dade County Public Schools.
Commissioner Stern was joined by Miami Mayor Carlos Alvarez, and kids also had a chance to meet NBA legends.
I think the NBA is at the forefront when it comes to setting an example for major sports leagues in terms of their social responsibility. And this is just another great example of how much they're committed to being the leader in that department.
To me, it's more than just basketball when it comes to the kids in this community. It's personal because I'm from this community. I sat exactly where you guys were sitting. I think it was a long time ago, but it wasn't that long ago. You have an opportunity right here to take advantage of not just the new playground, the backboard, and the baskets, but the reading and the books and the learning center. And I really want to encourage you guys to take care of those things.
Time now for more of NBA TV's NBA Action. Now a Miami native who's playing in the finals for his hometown Heat, Udonis Haslem, in this week's Time Out.
How big is this one? It's not going to be easy. I mean, it's the NBA Finals. They got home court advantage, and obviously they're going to come ready to play. We're just going to go out there and give our best effort on the court and let the chips fall where they may.
Hard work is nothing new for Udonis Haslem. It's an attitude that reflects the city in which he was born and raised.
One thing about Miami is Miami people have a lot of pride. I mean, Miami style of basketball is just hard. It's just a grinded out, hustling style.
Getting into the lane, Wade, turn around, double clutch the shot. Shaq can't get it. There's Udonis, layup, and then Udonis cleaning up.
He just comes from a mentality that's just born. The roots are in Miami. He's a Miami guy with all that represents, like just willing to do all these little things, chin out, face first, just sort of the personification of hunger and sneakers.
I mean, every night I go out, you know what I mean? I'm probably overmatched because somebody might be 6'11", and I'm 6'8". Or they start playing on the team, and obviously I play a role for my team, so it's like, you know, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna give in because, you know, they so-called star, or get the job done? So I get the job done. My city, my people love me for that.
After going undrafted and playing overseas, Udonis appreciates the fact that he's back home playing for the Heat, only about a 10-minute drive from the park where he first learned the game.
Even though I don't live in the neighborhood no more, I'm still connected to the neighborhood. A lot of my friends still stay there. My son plays football at this park. It's my environment, you know. I feel right at home, I feel right in. You know? These kids right here, now one day they gonna be in the NBA, and they gonna be able to come back to the court and do the same thing I'm doing. You know what I mean, so you don't stop, just keep going, recycle talent, get better and better. There's gonna be a kid out here that's gonna be better than me.
Growing up, Haslem found his way on these courts and in life with the help of his brother, Samuel Wooten. Samuel was 18 years older than Udonis, combining the concerns of a parent with the affection of a big brother.
He meant everything to me. I mean, he was the one that I spent most of my time with, so he was kind of like that figure that I looked up to. Helped me with my homework, took me to the court, you know, helped me play. And I never forget one time we was playing, I was playing with the older people, and they ain't want to pick me up anyway. So I shot the ball out. It was an air ball, obviously. He caught it and dunked, and he told me good pass. I knew it was a shot and it was an air ball, and he knew it was a shot, it was an air ball, but he caught it in the air and dunked it, made it look like an alley-oop.
Basketball became the brothers' common bond. And Samuel shielded Udonis from having to grow up too fast.
He was the only one who always understood me. You know, there's a lot of people that put a lot more pressure on me until they excel at the game. And at an early age, I just wanted to play for fun. I just wanted to have fun. I wasn't thinking about college. I wasn't thinking about pro. And he was the only one who understood that. He knew I would get the killer instinct. He knew I would get the determination and drive. He knew all that would come. So he just wanted me to enjoy the game until all that came, and I had enough time to enjoy the game.
Udonis eventually did become serious about the game, leading Miami Senior High School to consecutive state titles. But as he grew stronger, his mentor was fighting a losing battle with cancer.
The most difficult part about it was I watched him, you know, as he was ill, you know, get worse and worse and worse. And it was hard. And, I mean, he was sick, and he came with me. He went with me to Gainesville to take me to school. And he didn't have to do that. You know, he could have stayed home in bed. And, you know, he didn't. He made that ride as me and my family drove up for me to move to school. His goal was for me to go to college and play this game and get an education.
Haslam fulfilled his brother's wish by spending 4 years at the University of Florida. But early in his sophomore year, Udonis lost the guiding force in his life.
I never forget, you know, I got his name tattooed on my neck.
It affected us real bad, but I think Udonis more so because of the closeness that was there. He was really devastated.
You know, he's always with me every time I step on the floor. I'm pretty sure he's resting in peace. He's looking down, and I know he's watching because, you know, being here, you know, he'd be more proud than anybody. He'd probably be the loudest fan in the arena if he was here right now. But I don't think if it was for him, I don't think I'd be playing basketball. I probably wouldn't be sitting right here, right now, doing this interview and playing for the Miami Heat.
Welcome back to NBA TV's NBA Action. Now it's time for the top 10 dunks of the season in our NBA TV Countdown. Starting at number 10 with the pump and slam is the Lakers' Smush Parker.
Thinks about a three. Oh, my goodness. Wise decision to pass up the three. The two was much more enjoyable. Smush Parker flying down the lane and throws it down and brings the crowd to their feet.
At 9, it's the Sixers' Allen Iverson to Andre Iguodala.
This guy has not stopped enough. He's playing so hard. Oh, wow. Wow. All right, hold on. That got the people even up here, okay, behind us. Guys are yelling, oh, and ah. I mean, that was sensational.
At number 8 is the Magic's DeShaun Stevenson going up strong.
Shot clock is ticking down again. Stevenson muscles one home. And outstanding offensive play by DeShaun Stevenson.
At 7 is the Nets' Jason Kidd with the lob to Vince Carter.
And the official could not believe it. Here's the alley-oop. Vince Carter puts it down.
Kidd on the move, and don't try this one at home. Vince Carter finishing it off.
At 6 is Boston's high-flying rookie, Gerald Green.
Tony Allen throws it up. Gerald finishes it off. That'll make Gerald's weak. And Gerald is, I mean, he was looking down into the basket.
Coming in at number 5 is more Vinsanity from Vince Carter.
That's up a 2-on-1 development. Kidd slips it down. Carter was trailing the play. It counts and the foul.
At number 4 is Paul Pierce throwing it down on the Lakers.
Shot clock is down to... Oh my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. We talk about getting there late. When you get there late, you get your feelings hurt. And that's what happened to Chris Mihm right there.
At 3, once again, it's Vince Carter, this time with a reverse slam.
The players out of the court don't trust one another that the ball is going to move. Oh, my. Carter with a little icing on the cake in Orlando to give the Nets a 13-point lead again.
At 2 is the Magic's Dwight Howard, finishing the fast break.
Howard again. Oh. A
youngster, Dwight Howard, involved on one end. And there is the spectacular finish. Goodness, looks even better the second time.
And with the #1 dunk of the season, who else but Vince Carter?
This lead of 8, Miami's the largest of the game, but talk about large. How about that slam dunk from Vince Carter? What body control and what power by Carter.
That's our show for this week. Last week, fans on NBA.com agreed with us that this shot by Jason Richardson was the #1 buzzer beater of the season. And it's worth another look. Remember, you can vote for your favorite play all season long by logging on to NBA.com. I'm Ian Eagle for NBA TV's NBA Action. We'll see you next week.